So in this question, you got to find the uh, confidence interval for population mean. There is two ways to do it. Either one way using calculator, which is online statistics calculator. Another way to do it is using formula step by step. And if you see the detailed solution, you will find how it is done step by steps. But I will show you how to use the online calculator to solve this question, or pretty much to find the uh, interval called confidence interval for population mean. Okay, so first thing you got to read the question carefully. uh, what is given here? So you measure 42 hot dog weight and find they have a mean weight of 51 ounces. So here 42 is sample you collected to measure the hot dog weight. So I should say n here is 42 and mean weight is 51. So 51 is the mean of only 42 hot dogs. So this is called sample mean. Okay, it's called x bar, right? So and you assume that the population standard deviation is 2.7. Remember that 2.7 is standard deviation, but not for the sample. It's from the population. So you call sigma here. If this is the sample standard deviation, we could call this as a S here, but this is not the sample standard deviation. This is the population standard deviation is given 2.7. That's why we put that as a sigma. Okay. Construct 99% confidence interval. So here confidence level is 99% at the decimal point 99. Okay, just why you got to remember that. So now remember that if you have given as some population standard deviation, when you use the calculator, you have to do estimate. Okay, now under estimate you got to do mean, estimation of the mean, but use z confidence interval for the mean. Again, t for if population standard deviation not given or sample standard deviation is given, you have to use z confidence interval for mean. Okay, remember this is for mean. So you select this option here for the first option. So you put x bar, which is we have it before. Let me see here. X bar is going to be uh, 2.7. No, 51. My bad. Sigma here is 2.7. That's the given population standard deviation. Sample size is 42, right? And then C here is 0.99. Okay, so if I do that, you see calculate here, and then you see the value here. Let me write it down here. 49.993 as a lower bound if you round it to two decimal places, and 52.07. 52.07. So that's the confidence interval. This is the lower bound, this is the upper bound. All right, now we have a lower bound, upper bound. Now let's put the answer here. But notice that there's two different form. The first form is right in the point estimate plus margin of error form. So point estimate here is same as sample mean, which is 51, and plus minus margin of error. Here you can see that E represent margin of error 1.07, 1.07 as a two decimal. And then for the inequality notation, the first number represent lower bound, which is going to be 49.93. If you round it to two decimal places, 49.93, and 52.07 as upper bound, 52.07 as upper bound. And this is the population mean, which we don't know. If we estimate that the mean gonna be between these two numbers. Okay, so submit. That's how you solve this question using the calculator. But manually, without using calculator, you can do this way. You can see the detailed solution. Okay, thank you.